was 12, I went into foster care and I moved around a lot. It was not an ideal situation. Teachers were where I got everything. They were the people who fed me. They were the people who taught me right from wrong. Like, I remember every good thing my teachers did. The kids, you think they need so much from you, but sometimes it's just that you're there. So I just kind of have to think back and be like, it's okay. Like, I know I can't solve all the problems of society in my one classroom, but I can be the person that these kids needed me to be for the hour or the 2 hours they're with me.
I opened the Teach for America program in Cleveland back in 2012 and then spent the last 10 years running that program. I feel strongly that in addition to students and parents, teachers offer one of the most important perspectives about our schools and are doing some of the most important work in our communities. That's why I started my career in the classroom.
I grew up here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I spent a number of summers working as a tutor at a program here in Cincinnati that was working with students who had failed the state's graduation test in math. And so I was working with students who were really basically my age, 17, 18, 19, who were working on math that I had learned probably 4 or 5 years earlier. And to me, I think this struck me as just something that was deeply, deeply unfair. That we grew up in the same city, in the same school system, we had just radically different education experiences. So I went off to college feeling like whatever it was that I did had to be something on this issue. And so when I found Teach for America, it was an easy fit for me because I knew that this was an issue where I wanted to spend some real time and try to make a real difference. I mean, I still think that the most important civil rights and social justice issue for our generation is our education system. This is a part of the country that is big enough to have any of the challenges of any major American city, in the education system and outside the education system. But it's a small enough place that a small group of people can make a big difference. I don't think that's true everywhere. And so this is a place that feels like an important place to be.
My journey in education really started with my junior year of college, and the two things just came together for me after seeing a flyer for Teach for America in a stairwell. I worked as a corps member and then I became a teacher recruiter. I joined Teach for America staff in 2014 and have had the wonderful opportunity to work with both regions in Ohio before we became a statewide team in 2020. And I now serve as the Teach for America's executive director. Since 2012, we have welcomed over 800 teachers to classrooms in Ohio. We have 1,200 network members, including our current core members and alumni across the state.
TFA is unique in that they make investments in all aspects of education, not only in making sure that core members and future teachers have the resources they need, but also investing in policy and advocacy to bring system change. Investments in the community can be a game changer that lasts for the rest of a child's life. I have seen that in action in TFA.
Our big goal in Ohio is that by 2030, twice as many students in the communities where we serve will reach key academic milestones, indicating that they are on a path to economic mobility and co-creating a future filled with possibility. We are tracking this goal in Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. This work really matters because I believe that all students, regardless of their background, regardless of their zip code, should have access to excellent educational opportunities.
Teach for America is a constantly changing organization, but at its core, it's always about how do we bring extraordinary, diverse, talented leadership into education to support our kids? How do we constantly evolve to be better and do better by those teachers and leaders and by our kids and our community?